Hello, everyone. Welcome back to This Day in History, a daily look back at a particular day in history where I examine a day, its historical context and consequences. I also discuss some people that were born on that day and some people that died on that day, and occasionally we throw in a holiday or two. Also, a quick shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs, who just won the Super Bowl in comeback fashion. That's how you know it was recorded on the actual day, February 2nd, 2020. So, without any further ado, let's get started. This day in history, February the 2nd. And on this day, in 1653, a very famous city was born, New Amsterdam. It was incorporated. Now, you know it by the name that it became 11 years later, New York City. It was in New Netherland, and it was the seat of government for New Netherland. And it was a very fast growing population. People have always wanted to live in New York, and it has always been a hub of population in this country under both pseudonyms, Amsterdam and New York City. So, the city that never sleeps, the most famous city in the world. And if you talk to a New Yorker, the greatest city in the world, was founded, incorporated on this day as New Amsterdam. It'd take 11 years to get New York. That's a whole another interesting story how that came about. They were at peace. Some births that occurred on this day. In 1905, in St. Petersburg, Russia, one of the most influential and controversial figures in American political thought was born. Ayn Rand was born. Miss Rand would write many novels, many books, some of them fiction, some of them commentaries, some of them collections of speeches that she gave over the years. I've read about half of one of her books called The Virtue of Selfishness. Yes, that's the name of it. She was the birth leader of altruism and objectivism. She wrote a book called Fountainhead, which Mark Cuban is a huge fan of. And he is such a fan that he named his yacht after it. Calls it the Fountainhead. She wrote another book called Atlas Shrugged that Paul Ryan is a big fan of. And reportedly in the past, Speaker Ryan would make future prospective staff members read Atlas Shrugged. So, Rand Paul is a big fan of Ayn Rand too. So, she's very popular on the conservative right and among libertarians. So, Ayn Rand, born on this day in 1905 in St. Petersburg, Russia. She was also a big proponent of reason and thought. She rejected religion. So, yeah. Deaths that occurred on this day. And folks, I'm just going to say the name, the year, his age, and what he was. Because I don't believe it deserves any more context than that. Because I think what I describe him as will perfectly capture him. Chris Kyle, 2013, He was 38. He was killed in Earth County, Texas. And Chris Kyle was an American hero. I hope everybody has a good night. I will see you all tomorrow. We will post this video probably about noonish. So it will be before the Iowa caucuses. On Tuesday, expect 2 videos. Expect, of course, this day in history and an Iowa caucus wrap-up video. So, yeah. That's the plans for tomorrow. I hope everybody had a great Super Bowl Sunday, and I will see you all tomorrow.